What is up, guys? My name is Kameding, and today I have for you guys the Unturned 4.0 wish list on Trello. Now, if you want to get the link to this, it'll be in my description below, but there's a whole lot of things here that Nelson has been adding a couple days back. The last one he's added was in August 1st, and he added daily past then. But he hasn't added anything since. He's probably going to be adding more soon, but because of my last video, Unturned Community Concepts, I thought I'd just go over this because I don't want to repeat anything in my community concepts. And also, I want you guys to know the new things going to be added into 4.0, or at least he wants to add. So sit back, relax. This might be a long video because there's a whole lot of things to go through, and well, let's just see how 4.0 might be looking. Now, firstly, on the about section, read me. Not everything is here yet. I'm assuming feedback from all around the community, as well as my own hopes for the game. Yeah, you know, just watch my video. There's a lot of feedback from the community there. Discuss everything, blah, blah, blah. There's nothing really important there. 3.0, this is what I was wondering. How is he going to handle from 3.0 to 4.0? He said it's probably going to be separate in your library, so they can be installed basically at the same time. And most of the community is probably going to be switching to 4.0, but I know some people will probably be sticking to 3.0. I don't know how that's going to really play out. It might split the community in two even. I don't really know. But this is great. I saw this in my comment section of the Unturned Community Concepts, official vanilla servers. That'll just be great. It's going to be officially hosted servers by Nelson, basically, in Unturned. It's going to be like Unturned 1, Unturned 2, like that. Like every game basically has an official server. That would be great to actually add that. Going down, we have LAN servers. You can host a LAN server when you're playing single player or anything like that. That's always great. These are the different types of vehicles he wants to add. Bicycles where it's powered by stamina. I was actually going to put that in one of my concept videos, so that's good I saw that. Horses, like I said in my concept video. Unpowered trailers where you can connect your truck to the trailer. Parachutes, gliders, trains. You can ride a train on a train track. Helicopters, airplanes, we already have that. We basically have all this. But track tanks, so when you drive a tank, it'll leave the wheel tracks of the tank on the ground. I think that's what that's talking about. That's great. Motorcycles, there's a lot of cool stuff that's going to be added. Physics is going to be a lot better because we all know the car mechanic in Unturned 3.0, it's not the best, but it looks like superior handling and suspension, basically meaning that the car mechanics are going to be a whole lot better. Engine propeller continues running after exit. That's some airplane helicopter stuff. That just makes it more realistic. That's always cool. And right here, like I said before, connect the vehicles together such as semi to its trailer. I like that a lot. Some extra added features he wants to add to vehicles: gear shifting, tire squeals, so you can skirt right out of that corner and you can hear that little wheel skirt. That's always great. Kicked up dirt when you just accelerate on that gas or you press the brake and gas at the same time. Your tires are going to start spinning. All that dirt's going to be going up. That's real cool. And exhaust is great. Glass in windows. I actually saw a concept on Reddit where you can place any window you want in the car. That'd actually be really cool if you ask me. And tank tracks move with the wheels. That's great. Interaction, the doors actually open and close on the vehicles. There's going to be proper hitboxes for tires because in the Unturned version right now, the tire hitboxes are garbage. Like sometimes you're hitting the tire and they don't blow up for some reason. Store items in the trunk space. I know that's always been a thing that you guys wanted forever. And critical hit areas such as engines. So if you shoot the engine, maybe it does more damage than the side of the car or something like that. I like that a lot. Let's go on to combat. Realistic weapon ranges, so we might have 500 meter plus with damage drop off. Option to enable wind influence on projectiles. So depending on where the wind actually is, maybe it'll say on the gun like 5 miles per hour left. So you have to aim the gun a little bit to the right. That'd be really cool. And ricochet off certain materials. There's just so much things that he really wants to add into the game. Unturned's going to be like a completely new game. And I know some people aren't going to like that because people are so used to Unturned 3.0. That's why, like I said, I think it might split the community in two because Unturned 4.0 is going to be a completely brand new game. I'll for sure move on to Unturned 4.0 because this game just looks epic. Unturned gunplay, different crosshairs for different weapon types. That means when you're in third person, the crosshairs that you see, they might be different. Ammunition comes by caliber instead of low caliber, high caliber in civilian, military, and ranger. We might have 5.56 millimeter or 7.76 millimeter, I think what it is. Reload individual shells into appropriate shotguns. Press reload to start reloading and again to cancel or option. That's great. So you can reload and it reloads one by one. And if you press R again, it just cancels it. So if you want to just reload one, you press R, reloads one, press R again, and you just shoot right away. So you don't have to wait for those 8 shots to be plugged into the shotgun or anything like that. Option for chamber to jam as gun wears down. So the gun can actually jam. So you might be shooting a gun and the gun might not work and it'll be jammed. Kind of like how DayZ is. Guns can jam. That's really cool. Per gun non-random recoil pattern with a slight randomized element on top, meaning learnable recoil is what I'm getting from here. Some of the guns will have slightly learnable recoil, and it says slightly randomized as well, so you might be able to learn some of the recoil patterns, and maybe the recoil will be a little harder. There's a lot of stuff in combat. We got melee, so you can actually block physical attacks, hold attack to charge stronger swings. Chainsaw, flashlight, and blowtorch, you use fuel. Swoop katana to the side and slice several zombies at once, so you can like hit zombies together. Maybe you can even cut the zombies in half. That'd be cool. Different effects from different weapon types. Sharp melee can cause bleed. Blunt melee stuns them. Fire, there's gonna be molotovs, like I said in my last video. Molotovs, flamethrowers, catch on fire and burn until you roll for a while or submerge yourself. This looks so epic. Equipment, single-handed items can be dual wielded at a penalty. Now this is what everyone was talking about. You can get maybe not like 2 honey badgers and you connect 2 honey badgers together. That's probably never gonna happen. But let's just say 2 Avengers. Let's just say a random pistol, 2 Avengers. You get 2 Avengers together. Maybe each gun's gonna do a little less damage, but you have 2 guns. Bam, 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 bam. I'm sure we all know what dual wielded means. Let's go into throwables. Throw strength distance, meaning you can, I'm guessing, throw farther? I'm not exactly sure. Pull, pin, and hold, or cook grenade. You can actually see yourself pulling the pin. That's actually great. Dismemberment from melee combat. Just like I said, katanas cut zombies in half. They might actually split open. Maybe we'll see a whole lot of gore in Unturned 4.0. I don't know, but look, blood trails from bleeding entities. Guys, if this is actually all added into Unturned 4.0, it's gonna be an insane game, and possibly better than any other survival game that's probably out right now, to be honest. Equip attachments to guns from the inventory, so you don't have to press T on your gun to look at the whole barrel attachments, layer attachments, all like that. You just attach it from your inventory, kind of like how PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds is. I'm just going to compare it to that. Or Rust even. Crafting queue and time to craft, so it's not going to just be instant crafting like it is right now. So you can maybe craft like 5 bandages. It might take like a minute to craft 5 bandages. I don't know how exactly the time of crafting will be. Machinery needed, you have an anvil to create weapons, a workbench to create higher looted things. I guess I'm going to compare this to Ark, where there's like a tiered workbenches. You need to get this workbench to create that. Then with that workbench, you can create that workbench to create that. You know what I mean? Sharpen bladed weapons. Maybe bladed weapons are actually going to get dull, like the knives, and you have to like sharpen it maybe with a knife sharpener. They have an item like that. Create lower quality makeshift bullets of each caliber, so you can actually create your own bullets with certain materials. It's actually going to be fixing the crafting in Unturned, because right now the crafting is kind of garbage, to be honest. It's hard to find anything. It can be made a lot easier, let's just say that. Scavenging, loot furniture items and scrap them like computer into electronics and metal. Inventory menu for looting, so you can actually press F on the cupboards and you can loot that like a lot of other survival games. Takes time to search them, so like any other survival game. Dead players' items are looted by rummaging through their corpse instead of them just dying and all their loot just goes into a big pile. You can actually loot their dead body. It says potentially only specific items such as their primary weapon are physically dropped separately. Now if they're actually holding the gun, it might fall, just basically like rust. Going to spoiling, iceboxes and refrigerators can cool items when powered, and warm fresh food spoils over time. Meaning if you have like a piece of lettuce, you put it in a refrigerator, it's not going to spoil as fast as it would just in your inventory. Going to farming, water crops with a watering can, automatic sprinkling system, great new farming mechanic it seems like. Medication, some heals in stages, some instantly, some gradually over time. Some require you to be stationary. Buffs, stages of bleeding. In some cases, teammates can be revived with consumable defibs. So let me explain some of this for you guys. Some heals in stages. Right now in Unturned, every single medical item, it just heals you instantly. It'd be cool if some of those things maybe heal you for 5 health and then it does 10 health over 20 minutes or something like that. That'd be more even and will give a lot new aspect to medical. Some of these, like let's say a med kit, it takes like 5 seconds to put on you instead of just like instant as well, and you have to be stationary, so you can't move when putting on a med kit. That'd be awesome. Stages of bleeding, so maybe you'll have a little bleed icon, and in the bleed icon it'll be a little time. Maybe if the more damage is shot to you, the longer you're going to be bleeding for. Teammates can be revived, so meaning when you die, you don't just die, you actually get knocked out basically, and anyone can just go up to you to revive you, like a lot of other games like Rust, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, even though it's not a survival game. Hold chart or GPS in your hand, but still in such a way that it's orthogonal to your views. You can write on maps, make way. There's going to be a compass northeast, southwest, and that's actually cool up here that you can actually hold the chart or the GPS in your hand, so you can't just press M to look at it. You actually have to physically see it in your hand. Like I said, I'm seeing a whole lot of realism getting added into the game. There's going to be wires and electrical procedures, pipes for fuel, conveyors for items, switches include everything from on, off to time-based, solar, wind, coal, boiler, a whole lot of automation systems for your base. Going on to NPCs, certain types of deaths create zombies of the player, which you have to hunt down to retrieve your loot or potentially play as a zombie of yourself after you die. Now, this is a crazy thing he might be adding. Just listen to this again. Certain types of deaths create zombies of the player, which you have to hunt down to retrieve your loot. Meaning if you die, you yourself might turn into a zombie and you have to find yourself and kill yourself to be able to get your loot back. Or potentially you're going to be a zombie yourself after you die. That might be another game mode possibly, like infection or something. You die, you turn into a zombie, you have to find everyone else to turn them into zombies, and then you win. More animals. This is what I want to see right here. Domesticated livestock, save animal state so you can herd them and pin them in. Milk cows with buckets rather than killing them for milk cartons. Pets that can carry a few items and in some cases defend you. Meaning a whole lot of animals is going to be added, it seems like. Pets, domestic livestock, cows where you can milk them, contextual information for zombie actions rather than faking them with nav mesh ramps. I don't really know what that means, but what I do want to see added to zombie navigation, if that's not what that means, is have them wander around the map, not in their own separate town. Maybe they spawn in the town, but don't have them have a little boundary around the town. Have them be able to chase the player as long as needed. Going on to gameplay, we have inventory, weight of items, effects, stamina, and movement. Meaning, just like Ark, you have a certain amount of weight that you can hold. Once you get above that weight, you can't move, or if you get close to that weight, you run a lot slower. Right here, stack non-unique items such as food, either up to a limit or consumes inventory slots. Let's go on to the next one. Movement, hold prone while running to dive, hold crouch while running to slide, lean while prone to roll, hold sprint to move faster in any stance at the expense of stamina and increase detection. Meaning you can hold sprint while you're crouching and you're going to run crouch, hold sprint while you're proning, you're going to bear crawl real fast, lean out of vehicle windows to shoot out of it. That'd be really cool, pressing E or Q if you have the default controls. Slide down a ladder so you don't have to walk all the way down, you just slide down it, maybe pressing shift while going down. So he still doesn't know if he's going to be using Unity or Unreal. So if he's using Unity, he's going to keep more of the editor features out of the game and in the Unity editor, but still run with a custom level creator in game. If using Unreal, build custom tools in the engine itself and distribute through the Epic launcher. I don't know what that means. If you're a game developer or anything like that, you know exactly what he's talking about. Let's go on to the last three. We got environment, game modes, and visuals. I know this is a really long video. And once again, I'm sorry. If you are still watching this, please like the video and subscribe. Let's go on to buildings, tools to randomly detail interiors, random structure variations such as color and layout, doors in all doorways, smashable or smash glass in all windows, nothing too important there. Flow pushes you in watercraft, so it looks like he's going to make a little watercraft, and the flow pushes you, so there's actually going to be a current in the rivers. Stages of rain from light drizzle to storm, foggy days, windy days, lightning strike, more weather in Horde. Not a priority until later in development. Arcade style defend locations against endless waves of zombies. A Horde mode that we all like seeing. Arena. This is already in Unturned 3.0. Escape. Not a priority until later in development. One player starts as a zombie and has to kill all the survivors who, when killed, are also turned into zombies. Survivors have to stay alive until rescue arrives and they can escape. So it wouldn't be called infection, it'd be called escape. That looks really cool. Let's go on to visuals. We're going to have raised weapons when too close to cover, kind of like how PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is. Moving parts and rigs such as the bolt on a rifle or inserting the magazine. All looks very cool in character. 3D shirts and pants. Physics for item shaking as you move. All this is really cool. Just something that I am thinking about. If Nelson is going to still make this game separately, this is going to take him years upon years upon years to make. If he has actual team, he can probably make it in a lot of less time. This wish list has so many things that he wants to add into 4.0. Hopefully my Unturned community concept series will actually help Nelson add more things into 4.0. And all I really hope for is that 4.0 and 3.0, hopefully it doesn't split the community up. I don't really know. I'm split on that. It might split it up. It might not. I really hope it doesn't. But I'm sure some people are going to stay with 3.0 when 4.0 comes out. But that's not going to be for a while. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. My name is Kameding, and I'm out of here. See you guys later.
Welcome to the Country Crowd. We got the hamburger, we got the down. We got the special sauce, nigga, that's here. We don't fuck with plank and making it clear.